Hi, I'm Barisu Maribi. Welcome to Sustainability Nuggets. On this podcast, we'll be learning about sustainability by discussing various related topics while focusing on three pillars: the economy, the society, and the environment. Today we have Jamil Amtin on the channel. He's one of the co-founders and CEO of Naka Industries, a plastic to oil company. He's going to be discussing how he started off Naka Industries, how he got interested in this field in the first place, like converting plastic to oil. He's also going to be telling us of the challenges he has faced so far running this social enterprise, and at the end, telling us how interested parties can partner up with Naka Industries to start converting plastic to oil in whatever region they find themselves in the world. So, without further ado, let's get right into this video. Thank you for accepting my invitation, Jamil. Please, can you just start off by telling us about yourself and what you do?
Okay. Yes, definitely. I appreciate the invite, and hopefully this is informative and entertaining for a few people. So, again, my name is Jamil Hampton. I'm the CEO of Naka Industries. We are a plastics upcycling company that is based out of Atlanta, Georgia. My business partner, who is actually the one who designed the technology, he's based out of Japan, and we're working together to take the systems to the world market, to the global stage. So. Um, yeah, we've my business partner's name is actually Kiyoshi Nakajima, which is where I got the name Naka Industries. Kind of a tilt of the hat to him. So we are we are a U.S. based company, even though our name kind of sounds Japanese, but that's where it comes from. I've been doing this for about almost 10 years now. 2012 was when I started. 2013 is the first time I went to Japan. Since then, it's just kind of been a roller coaster ride.
So, what were you doing before then?
I also have a general contracting company, so we build houses, do commercial and residential development. Do a lot of flipping the houses recently, but
Okay. Yeah. So, at what moment did you realize that you wanted to focus on this field, this plastic to oil field? What was that?
right.
Yeah.
So in 2012, I was interning when I was in college. I was interning at a place called South Face. It's based here in Atlanta, Georgia. What they do is certification for green construction, sustainable construction. So like LEED. I don't know if you're familiar with LEED construction certification. But yeah, so they run the certification, do a lot of the training for that in the Southeast, which is where I live here in Georgia. I mean, you're in Florida, so they also operate down there. So while I was there, I just, the fire for sustainability just kind of got lit inside of me. And I just did a lot of research. So I was researching different types of technology, recycling, just what's on the forefront, what's coming up. And I came across a video of a guy from Japan who happens to be my business partner now, Nakajima, who had invented a system that converts plastic waste into fuel. So, I mean, for me, I was like, what do you mean? Like fuel, like you can use this regular fuel? And just doing research, I was informed that plastic was made out of crude oil, which is something I didn't know. So most plastic is made from crude oil and natural gas. And so what we do is basically just reverse engineer plastic and turn it back into its original source, which is oil. And so that kind of just lit the fire. I was like, wait, I got to find more out. I got to find out more. And so I reached out to him from the contact information on the video, and we just started, communicating back and forth. I did some research, found out there are other companies around the world that do this type of thing. But through my research, I found out that his systems were basically the best, in terms of energy efficiency, the amount of energy it takes to convert the plastic, the quality of the oil that's made. And a lot of the other systems, they're like real big 10, 20, 30 ton a day systems, they can't be moved around. They're not, once they're built, and you have to bring the plastic to them. And one of the major things I really liked about Nakajima's systems was that they're modular. So when he designed his system, he designed them like Lego blocks. I think is the easiest way I could put it to you. So if you had 500 pounds a day, you could put one Lego block in. If you had 1,000, two, and vice versa. You could just keep building onto it. And so that way we can tailor our systems to the feedstock. You might have, and then sometimes like we're working with some farmers here in Georgia who have agricultural plastic. And so every year they have X amount of plastic that they bring in and that they need to find something to do with. Right now, they're just leaving it on their land in the back corner because it costs too much to send it to landfills, and just all the other options that they have available to them either cost them money, which farmers don't really have right now, and or so they just kind of pile it up. So we have the ability to put our systems on a container, like container homes for shipping and stuff like that. Put them on the container, drive it straight to the source, process it, take the oil and just leave with our fuel and cleaned up their plastic. So the modular aspect of it was one thing that I really liked, and one thing that's really kind of like paying off for us now.
So yeah, you've already started talking about the system itself. So but I would like you to go into more details about the Naka industry. So do you guys actually have contact with the consumers, or like you go take the waste, like the plastic waste, from a waste company that already like takes the waste from the community? How do you guys work?
Originally, that's what we were looking at, sourcing plastic from municipalities and from individuals, stuff like that. But it's just the amount of plastic that we need is just far too much to source from small individuals. Now we can take in collections, but in order to be a sustainable company, we found that we need consistent and homogeneous feedstock. So what we transitioned to, and what's been working for us really, is we work directly with manufacturers. So anybody who's making plastic jugs, plastic bottles, packaging, any type of plastic manufacturing, they have a percentage of waste. Here in Georgia, one of the biggest is the carpet industry. Georgia has the largest carpet industry in the United States, I think in the world, but they have little just scraps from each roll that they make, and that scrap is polypropylene, number 5 plastic. So they've been paying around $40 a ton to send it to the landfills, and what we're basically offering them is the ability to be more sustainable by recycling their waste, or upcycling in this case, and not sending it to the landfill, and saving them funds that they were using to landfill the plastic, and they get to keep that as a net savings to the company. So it's better all around. It gives us a feedstock. It gives them the ability to be greener in their manufacturing processes, and it allows us to get very specific plastic that we know what we're going to get each time.
Oh, okay. So when your machine converts it to oil, like the oil can be refined to like the different end products, right? The gasoline, the diesel, naphtha, or whatever. What end
Yes.
products do you guys target? Do you guys like just do different end products, or like there's a particular one you
Um,
target?
Mostly right now we're making diesel fuel just because of the demand, and also it's when it comes out the machine, it's ready to be used as diesel fuel. So we can further refine it into, like you said, gasoline, naphtha, some waxes, things like that. And if we have clientele down the road that they want specific products, we can tailor the systems to do that. But right now we're just kind of going with the low hanging fruit, which is for us diesel fuel.
So wait,
And
like you said, when the oil comes out, that the oil is it diesel? The oil that comes out from the pyrolysis machine, it's diesel?
yes, ma'am,
Oh, okay.
it's diesel fuel, and it actually has the characteristics of having higher lubricity and a higher centane. So basically, it burns cleaner, it burns more complete, and doesn't have a lot of the sulfur content that regular diesel fuel does, because when they refine the crude oil to make the plastics, a lot of those things are stripped out of the
Mhm.
crude before it's it's made. So
Mm. So you sell it to specific clients and not like the pump, for example. Yeah, like the gas station. Is that where like you guys take it to, or you guys sell it to like maybe companies for their trucks? How do you guys do it?
well, see, due to regulations and stuff like that, in terms of selling fuel, you got to have different certifications, tax
Mm-hmm.
implications when you're selling fuel that's going to be used over the road or things like that. So what we do, what we found to be the easiest for us, is to basically partner with big oil. So they have large refineries, they have the distribution networks already set in place, and they can really just sell it, mix it in with their products, and sell it to their clients. So that's kind of been our entry points in the industry, because we don't really want to have to set up gas stations and transport fuel and all of that. So we really want to keep our operations as lean and basic as possible. And that's kind of where we found ourselves recently.
Awesome. So right now, where are you guys in operation? Is it just the United States? And yeah, is it like all the states in the United States, or are you guys also across borders since your partner is in Japan?
Right, right. So we have a facility operating in Japan right now. We were in the process of launching our first facility here in the States last year when COVID hit. And so, it's just kind of scattered everything. But the pieces are starting to come back together now. And we're in the process of launching our first facility here in Atlanta. But we're also in talks with the Liberian government, the Ghanaian government, and Coast Cape Verde, Cabo Verde, as they say it.
Uh,
But we're finding a lot of interest in Africa right now, and island nations, the U.S. Virgin Islands, places where they have a lot of plastic. They're having to send them off island if it's an island country, or landfill and things like that. And we're kind of offering a value add to them. So like in Liberia right now, they're having problems with pollution and plastic and trash in the actual city.
mm,
So what we're looking to do is basically create a network where we can create jobs. So basically, the people who live in the cities and in the surrounding areas, they're able to collect the plastics and bring them in, and we pay them for them. So they get to clean the environment that they live in. They also get to make an income to help support their families, and the fuel that we use will be sold back to the government
mm,
for use in as power generation. So a lot of I'm sure you know this, a lot of the African countries use diesel generators to produce their
mm,
electricity and stuff like that. So
yeah.
it's kind of a circular economy where they get to clean the city,
Mm,
create the jobs, create the oil, and use the oil to power the city. So,
mhm. So is that one of your system behind you, or that's like another from another company? The system
so
behind
my
you.
this one right here is the BEH system. So my partner, Mr. Nakajima-san, he is the one who created this system and created this system. This is a newer one. This one is more just like kind of a test system. So if we have different feedstocks and we want to test the
Oh,
oil
he
quality
also
and things like
created
that, I
that
use.
system, the other one.
Yes.
Oh, I've
Yeah, he
actually.
created both of these.
Oh, wow, nice. Because like I've seen that other system before. I even made a video. I think you know about this. Yeah, so that's really
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah. I saw your video. So this machine is made by a company called Bless Japan. They're not in operation anymore. He's since left and started, a new company with me, and we're in the process of launching that technology. So these systems he did design. He has the patents for them, but he has designed new patents and new systems that basically improved on his prior systems, and those are the ones that we're taking to market right now. I don't know if you've seen the brief video that I have on our website, but the new system that you see in that video is the system that we're actually taking to market.
Awesome. Awesome. So, how can interested parties, like persons, partner up with Naka Industries to actually start converting plastic to oil in their region?
Well, see, one of the main things that we've, and one of the issues that was with the previous company is they were trying to sell the units, and most people don't have couple of $100,000 to $1 million to buy a machine and then
Mhm.
operate it. Because I mean, most people aren't oil companies, you know. So to go outside of your wheelhouse to produce the oil and then use it, it's asking a lot. So what we pretty much found is joint ventures are the best option. So what we would partner with someone who either has access to the plastic or has a means for the end use of the oil, and we would come in, bring the capital to build the systems, implement the systems, and we would work together to either convert it and split the profits or sell it and split the profits. So that's kind of how we wanted to do a joint venture going forward. That way we don't have to worry about our systems being out here in the world, people trying to reverse engineer it, steal things,
Yeah.
which unfortunately they do. So
Okay. So yeah, if anyone like has like access to like either the end product or the feedstock, like you said, they can actually just send an email to Naka
yes.
Industry and start up the conversation. Oh, awesome. So yeah, we know that it's not easy running like any business, and this is a social enterprise because you're not just making profit here, you're helping the environment, providing energy, and making profits also. So can you tell us what challenges you faced like from the beginning up until now? Yeah, what challenges have you faced?
Woo. Quite a few, quite a few.
Yeah.
So when I first started this in 2012, I was 27 years old when I went to Japan. That was 2013. I was 27. So that was one of my hurdles from the very beginning. I was so young, I was, and when you start talking to people about multi-million, multi-billion dollar corporations and, things like that, the first thing they're looking at is you. You're like, you're a young man. Like, what do you know about any of this? So you gotta inform yourself. You gotta be very informed about what you're doing, your industry, your competition, just anything that could be a barrier to you succeeding. So I found that to be one of the big things in the beginning, that I had to know more than anybody else about this industry in order to combat, some of the negative things, not even negative, but just natural uh, issues that might come up for something like that. So I mean, if you're young and you're trying to do something that's different, and nobody understands, you just got to make sure that you're very informed to the point where you can inform someone and they understand. Um, that was one of my issues. Another issue is, and I think this is pretty much for any company, it's just funding. Trying to find funding to get something that, especially if it's never been done before, especially if it's not something that people can just look at and grasp. You've got to be able to communicate your mission and your vision and your plan, so that right now, like, I know you saw the video with my daughters. I try to break down everything so that I can explain it to them and they understand. And if they understand at 6 years old, then I am pretty sure that I can clear the hurdle for a grown individual or an investor, should I say. Um, Let me see what else. I think those are some of my main issues: is finding the funding, being informed enough about your product and your industry to overcome hurdles, and also just being prepared. Sometimes opportunities present themselves, and if you're not prepared, if you're not already ready, they'll pass you right by. There's no telling if you ever get them again.
Sure, sure. So, what advice would you give to prospective social entrepreneurs, like people actually wanting to start in a space like this, in the sustainability space, renewable energy space,
Mhm.
who are scared to start or do not know how to go forward with it? What advice would you give to them?
Oh, man, connections. Connections are everything, especially in this world where we have internet and social media and all of that. Like us,
Mm-hmm.
we met over social media. This is a
Yeah.
conversation that would have never happened were it not for that. So uh, I found myself as being someone who's not very big on social media, just personal, but I understand that it's a tool that we need to learn how to use, monetize, and capitalize on it. So um, sometimes we just got to step outside of our comfort zones to find that those the next steps, the people who can help you. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's people who are going to get us to where we need to be. People and connections who are going to put us in places that we never thought we could be in. And I say, connect with people, be prepared, know your materials, so that when that opportunity does come, when that phone call or that interview happens, you're ready and in the position to capitalize on all the efforts that you put in prior.
Thank you. Thank you, Jamil, for yeah, for sharing with us information about your wonderful business, for sharing the challenges and even like giving advice to people who want to start in this space. I want to thank you once again for accepting my invitation to my channel. I'm very grateful, and my audience and I are very appreciative of you coming on here. So yeah, um, thank you guys for watching till the end of this video. If you want to learn more about Naka Industries, I'm going to be leaving their website down in the description box. I'm going to be leaving his social media handle in case you want to follow him and like start a conversation. You can. And yeah, if you guys are not yet subscribed, please remember to hit on the red subscribe button and join the family. Thank you for listening till the end. I hope you join me on my next episode. Until next time, live consciously.